Local gun control, that was something that was identified by the federal government. It's an election issue. Is that something you're tapped into and looking at the possibility of the municipality creating its own set of rules? Are you in conversation with the federal government, and where is that fit? How far along is that?
So indirectly, we'd be in conversation with the federal government by virtue of the Canadian Association of Chiefs of Police. So that, I think that politically, I think the federal government didn't want to wade into a very contentious area. And so it was very easy to say, because of what was going on in Toronto and places at the time that were very political, it was easy to say, well, we'll support localized bans and you decide. So then you deal with it. One of the challenges, I think, with that position is that patchwork regulation like that tend not to work very well. I think that if you were going to look seriously at something like that, then there would need to be a very serious debate at the local and provincial levels, certainly, if you're going to download that to figure out just what makes sense. In the CACP, we've got a special purpose committee right now that's actually examining those types of firearms, handgun bans, and that sort of thing to see how they've performed in other countries. It's a complex issue, as you know, because if you think of places like London in the UK, where they've got the very same issues around sort of gang membership and high-risk lifestyles and drug dealing and that sort of thing, the access to guns isn't as easy. However, they're stabbing each other. So the guns are the mechanism. They're a dangerous mechanism, and we've seen that in our community. But I just think there's probably some work to be done around the evidence on those things to make sure that we take a good principled position based on evidence, as opposed to some of the other positions that have been taken, which have largely been on emotion.